Hello and welcome. This is Tanya Brown, your spiritual business coach, and today I want to talk to you about the top signs that you are a spiritual entrepreneur. So many people I see put the tagline on their business, and it's like, what is a spiritual entrepreneur? That's what I'm going to tell you. Okay, so these are the top 5 reasons that you are possibly a spiritual entrepreneur. The first one is your story. What is your transformational story that got you here? What is your reason for doing what you're doing? Case in point, I'll use myself as an example. I was interested in all things spiritual, psychic, clairvoyant, tarot cards. My interest in this world led me to Brian Weiss. And from Brian Weiss, I ended up doing a reading at one of his workshops for a stranger. And as a result of me doing that, flags went out, and I was thinking, well, this has got to be something. And from me doing that, I ended up discovering I had a gift as being a psychic and clairvoyant. That was my transformational story, was me going to a workshop with the intent of enjoying the workshop, but ending up doing a reading on a stranger that opened up the door to me discovering my gift and me using this in my business. That was my transformational story. And I work with clients who discover they have a gift, and I show them how to harness their gift, as well as I mentor them. But that's my point is, this is my transformational story. This made me want to do this. This is me seeing the transformation in myself and emulating that, or wanting to emulate that in my clients, and having them come out similar or better. So what is your transformational story? So many people start off with maybe that they were nutritionists because they had gut health issues and they wanted to solve that problem for themselves, and that motivated them to go into that industry to help it for others. Or maybe it was, somebody getting into physical therapy because they were all dealing with a lot of pain, and they wanted to find a resolution for themselves, but they realized that this resolution can help others. So it's about the transformation that they had in themselves and emulating that with others. So many people lose weight, and as a result of losing weight and finding that they were able to get themselves in tip-top shape, they became personal trainers wanting to help others do the same. So it's about your story being inspiration for other people to go through the same trajectory for the same transformation. You using your story to help others and motivate them to see if you could do it, they could do it. So your story being an inspiration for transformation. So that's one thing. Is your business transformative in that regard? Does your story resonate with other people in that regard? What is your goal? Is your goal to help others? Again, using these examples, so many spiritual entrepreneurs are looking to give back to the community, and it's about them wanting to help people, and share their gifts with others. It's the beauty of the give and exchange. The other third thing is, it's always something you could do all day long. Before I realized that I had this gift, I was giving it to my friends and family without even realizing it. Until I came out of the closet, they were like, oh my God, you were so adamant about all these things when you didn't have facts, and you were right. I chalked it up to ego, but I realized later that was my guide speaking to me. Now I know the difference between them and my own inner voice. But the point was, I could do this all day long, and I do all this day long. I do this all day long, and I get paid for it. But before, I wasn't getting paid for it, and I still enjoyed it. But one of the signs of being a spiritual entrepreneur is you could do this all day long, and you're probably already doing it. A lot of people in business will say, God, I've been doing this all my life, until I put a shingle out, But again, that's one of the signs. Also, it's an inner calling. Do you feel this inner calling to do the thing that you're doing? Again, it's usually something that comes from the heart. It comes from within, which is guiding you in that direction. And the last thing that I want to say is, the last sign that you're a spiritual entrepreneur is it feels right even when it's wrong. And I'll say this, because I was just going through this today. Every reading I do, it's like I have stage fright. I literally get the trepidation, the angst, and the anxiety, but it literally is until I'm on stage, so to speak. I'm on Zoom or I'm on the phone. I get nervous until I'm there. And then it's like I just needed to show up physically. They take over and they speak through me. I never know what I'm going to say. But it's like the point is, I always feel like I'm wrong until I'm right. And every time before I'm about to do a presentation or do a reading or a client call, I feel anxious, anxiety until the clock ticks and I'm there and it just flows through. And then I get off the phone or get off Skype and it's just like, whew, that was good. But let's just go through the signs again. So the first one is your story. Remember that you are the inspiration for the transformation. The second one is your goal to help others? And again, it's not about being Mother Teresa or anything that nature, doing things for free. It's all about an even exchange of energy. You provide your service, you get paid. It's an even exchange of energy. But at the same time, your intent is to help. Money is never the goal. The help is the goal. The transformation is the goal. The fact that you get paid is like the bonus. The third thing is you could do this all day long. And when you look back before you put the shingle out, before you called yourself whatever, you were doing this all day long and enjoying it. And the next one is you have this inner calling to be here. You feel you're in the right place at the right time. The minute you've stepped into your shoes in this frame of your business, it feels right. It feels like you always should have been here. It feels like it's about time. And the last thing is, like I said, it feels right, even when it's wrong. And using my examples of my stage fright and my agita and all that other stuff, until I get there and it's like, what was I even waiting for? I'll share this story because it always cracks me up. I had a reading with a DJ, and I forgot what his name was. And I focused on his name, but I also focused on his co-DJ. I don't know if that's a thing, but it was co-host, and her name. And I'm focusing on his name, but her name kept popping up. And focused on his name, and her name kept popping up. And this was literally supposed to be like a 15-minute segment, but it ended up being 45 minutes. And I prepped for this, and by prepping, I mean I meditated on his name for a week. His name and then her name kept popping up. His name, her name, so whatever. So I get on, and they're very polite, and, I'm giving them the information. It was like, yeah, okay, we're going to go to commercial and then come back with Tanya, blah, blah, blah. So the producer gets on the phone with me and he goes, oh, hey, they're really enjoying talking to you. Do you mind if you have more time? Can you stay on? I'm like, sure. Like I said, it was supposed to be 15 minutes. It went for 45 minutes. And when I'm giving him the reading information, it was literally like crickets. It's like nothing resonating, no confirmations of anything. Till we come back from another commercial break, and he says, have you ever done a reading for somebody, but it doesn't resonate for the person you're reading, but it resonates for the person you are next to them? And I said, yeah, I was focusing on your name, but Sharice's name kept popping up. But I kept focusing on your name, and Sharice's name kept popping up. He goes, yeah, because this Sharice is sitting here freaking out and nodding her head because everything you're saying for me resonates for her, not for me. So the point that I'm making is, it always feels right even when it's wrong. In this instance, I was just spewing stuff. I knew I was right, but it felt wrong because I wasn't getting the validation from him. He was just like, yeah. I went to commercial and then came back and said, yeah, it's for her. So again, these are all the reasons why you're a spiritual entrepreneur. And that being said, I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comment section because I love reading comments. And don't forget to share this with someone that you feel would resonate with this. And as always, don't forget, I have private bookings. Everybody asks to sign up to work with me. There's a link below that you could schedule a reading with me. So again, look forward to seeing you. And oh, don't forget to sign up for my mailing list. There is the link to get you on the list because I put out discounts for upcoming courses, upcoming readings, and so forth. So you want to be on that list when things come out because the early bird gets the discount. But again, this is Tanya Brown, your spiritual business coach, and look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care.